You're not lazy. You're not broken. The real reason you're lost in life is because you've buried a part of yourself in darkness. Carl Jung discovered that your hidden purpose lies within the side of you that you fear the most. In this video, we'll uncover why you're stuck and how facing your dark side will finally set you free. We are born as a whole, and slowly, the world asks us to become fragments. You have been told to be good, to be agreeable, to hide your anger, your lust, your ambition, your rage. You were taught that these dark forces within you are shameful, dangerous, or evil. But in truth, it is here, in your darkness, where your hidden purpose lies. I am Carl Jung, and today, I will guide you into the shadow, the unconscious part of you, where your real power sleeps. You may feel lost, wandering through life without direction. You may wonder why, despite your best efforts to be good, to be liked, you feel empty. The reason is simple. You have abandoned a part of yourself. The shadow is not your enemy. It is the gateway to your true individuality. It contains your anger, your envy, your power, your sexuality, your ambition, your creativity. You cannot become whole by ignoring your darkness. You become whole by integrating it. You have been taught to fear your darkness, to hide it, to deny it. You have been told that the anger you feel, the envy that rises in your chest, the secret desires that keep you awake at night are shameful, dangerous, and must be exiled to the furthest corner of your mind. You've been taught that being a good person means pretending these parts of you do not exist. But the more you deny your darkness, the more you bury it, the more you lose yourself, piece by piece, moment by moment, until you are nothing but a hollow reflection of who you were meant to become. When I speak of the shadow, I do not speak of something evil. I do not speak of something that must be destroyed or silenced forever. I speak of a hidden dimension within you, a space within your unconscious mind that carries all the parts of yourself you have rejected and repressed. Your rage, your lust, your ambition, your greed, your competitiveness, your hunger for power, your creativity, your unfiltered truth. You may think these are weaknesses, but what if they are the keys to your freedom? You see, the shadow is alive. It breathes and moves in the darkness of your unconscious, shaping your behavior, your choices, and your destiny even as you try to run from it. The shadow shows up when you snap at someone for no reason. It shows up in your jealousy of others' success. It shows up in your secret fantasies and your private thoughts that you quickly suppress. The more you refuse to see it, the more power it gains over your life. You may think you are in control, but you are a puppet to what you refuse to acknowledge. Your hidden purpose is not found in the light alone. It is found when you turn toward the darkness you have spent your life avoiding. Because your shadow holds your true potential. The reason you feel stuck, the reason you feel lost, the reason you feel like you have no direction in life is because the parts of you that could lead you to your purpose are locked away in the dark, waiting for you to see them, to accept them, and to integrate them into who you are. Imagine the ambition you suppress because you fear it will make you selfish. Imagine the anger you repress because you fear it will make you cruel. Imagine the desires you deny because you fear they will make you unworthy of love. These are not just impulses to control, they are signals, telling you what you care about, what you need to protect, what boundaries you must create, and what you truly desire from life. Your shadow is not your enemy. It is your ally. It carries the raw, primal energy you need to break through stagnation, to confront what is false in your life, and to pursue what truly matters to you. It carries the voice that tells you when you are lying to yourself. It holds the boundaries you need to establish so you can stop betraying yourself for the comfort of others. It holds the courage you need to take risks and face rejection to pursue your highest calling. To live without knowing your shadow is to live in chains. It is to let fear dictate your choices. It is to build a life on top of a volcano, pretending it is not there while the pressure builds beneath you. But when you turn toward it, when you look directly into your darkness without flinching, you begin to reclaim the power you have abandoned. You begin to discover what you truly value, what you truly desire, and what you are truly capable of. Your shadow is not here to destroy you. It is here to complete you. It is here to show you the wholeness you have been searching for in books, in relationships, in the praise of others, and in the endless pursuit of external validation. The wholeness you seek is not outside of you. It is within, hidden in the places you have been too afraid to look. If you wish to live a life of truth rather than illusion, you must confront your shadow. There is no way around this. No shortcuts. No affirmations that will bypass the deep work required to reclaim your soul from the darkness you have hidden it in. You see, the shadow does not disappear because you ignore it. It grows stronger, becoming the master of your unconscious mind, influencing your choices, your fears, your relationships, and your failures. It is the reason you sabotage opportunities. It is the reason you feel empty after every success. It is the reason you feel a constant, dull ache within you, a quiet voice whispering that you are not living the life you were meant to live. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding this confrontation, terrified of what they will find within themselves if they stop running. But I will tell you the truth: to live fully, to become whole, you must walk directly into your darkness and face the parts of yourself you fear the most. That was the lie. The anger that you hide beneath your politeness, the envy that you bury under your forced gratitude, the aggression that simmers under your smile, the unspoken truths you swallow because you fear conflict and rejection, the desires you condemn within yourself because you believe they make you unworthy of love. These are your shadow, and they will haunt until you are willing to look them in the eye. This confrontation is not comfortable. It is not gentle. It is chaos. It is grief. It is a confrontation with your illusions about who you think you are. You will discover that you are not as kind as you pretend to be, not as selfless as you project, not as pure as you want others to believe. You will discover that beneath your weakness lies your cruelty, and beneath your cruelty lies your strength. You will discover that the parts of you have judged the harshest are not simply destructive impulses, but also hold the seeds of your purpose and power. When you turn toward your shadow, you will face fear. The fear of being rejected if others knew who you truly are. The fear of your own anger. The fear of your own power. You will feel guilt for wanting what you want. You will feel shame for the thoughts that surface when you allow your mind to wander into the darkness. But it is only through feeling this fear, guilt, and shame that you can transform it. You cannot heal what you refuse to face. You cannot change what you do not acknowledge. You cannot become whole while remaining comfortable. It is easier to stay in denial, to blame others, to blame society, to blame your parents, to blame your circumstances for the limitations you feel within yourself. It is easier to convince yourself that you are a victim of life. It is easier to pretend you are powerless, that you are a good person who is simply unlucky, that your failures are due to external forces rather than the internal sabotage of your unacknowledged darkness. But I will tell you, every step you take away from your shadow is a step you take away from your own potential. Your shadow is a mirror showing you your wounds and your unclaimed strength. It reveals the lies you tell yourself to avoid responsibility. It shows you the people you allow in your life who drain your energy, the boundaries you fail to set, the dreams you betray to maintain the illusion of safety. When you confront your shadow, you begin to see the patterns of your life, the cycles you repeat, the lessons you refuse to learn, and the opportunities you keep rejecting because you fear who you would need to become to claim them. The confrontation with the shadow is not a one-time event. It is a process that unfolds throughout your life. It will test your courage. It will test your willingness to see yourself fully. It will strip away your illusions and leave you naked in the face of your own humanity. But it is in this confrontation that you discover the truth of who you are. It is in this confrontation that you reclaim the energy you have wasted suppressing your darkness. It is in this confrontation that you begin to walk the path of individuation. The path of becoming the person you were meant to be rather than the person you were told to be. You have been taught to value comfort above all else. You have been told that a good life is a life without conflict, without disruption, without the discomfort of questioning who you are and why you do what you do. You have been told that if you simply follow the rules, if you meet the expectations placed upon you, if you fit in, if you please others, if you do what is safe, then you will find peace. But comfort is not peace. Comfort is not growth. Comfort is the slow death of your individuality, the silent suffocation of your potential, the betrayal of the deepest parts of yourself for the illusion of safety in a world that will take everything from you, whether you play it safe or not. Individuation is the process of becoming who you truly are, not who you have been conditioned to be. It is the unfolding of your authentic self, the emergence of your soul from the prison of societal expectations and unconscious patterns. But individuation demands a price. It demands the sacrifice of your comfort. It demands the willingness to step into the unknown, to embrace uncertainty, to allow the parts of you that have been hidden to come forth into the light of your conscious awareness. The reason most people never truly live is because they are unwilling to give up the comfort of who they think they are, for the truth of who they might become. They cling to their roles, their labels, their identities, their stories of victimhood, their illusions of control, because these things give them a fragile sense of stability in a world that feels chaotic and threatening. But this stability is an illusion. It is built on denial, on fear, on the suppression of your instincts, your desires, your voice, your creativity, your truth. And every day you choose comfort over your authentic self, you betray the calling within you that is begging you to awaken. Individuation is not about becoming perfect. It is not about becoming what others want you to be. It is not about fitting into a mold of spiritual or moral superiority. Individuation is about wholeness. It is about accepting your light and your darkness, your strength and your weakness, your wisdom and your ignorance, your love and your rage, your hope and your fear. It is about becoming an integrated human being, conscious of who you are and why you do what you do, willing to stand in your truth, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it means conflict, even when it means you will be misunderstood. The path of individuation is the path of radical honesty. It is the path of courage, the courage to leave behind the false security of a life lived for others' approval, the courage to walk away from relationships that require you to shrink, the courage to pursue a purpose that others may not understand, the courage to stand alone, if necessary, so that you do not abandon yourself. Individuation requires you to see your projections, the ways you blame others for the parts of yourself you have not yet integrated. It requires you to take full responsibility for your life, to stop waiting for someone to save you, to stop waiting for the world to change so you can finally be who you truly are. Comfort is seductive. It whispers to you that tomorrow you will change, tomorrow you will speak your truth, Tomorrow you will pursue your purpose. Tomorrow you will set boundaries. Tomorrow you will live. But tomorrow never comes for those who worship comfort. They grow old in the shell of a life they never truly lived, haunted by regrets, but burdened by the weight of the unlived life that still calls to them in the silence of the night. You must understand that choosing individuation means choosing discomfort, choosing challenge, choosing the unknown, because only in the unknown can your true self emerge. Individuation will disrupt your life. It will shake the foundations of your relationships, your career, your beliefs, your identity. It will strip away what is false, what is inauthentic, what is dead within you, so that something alive can take its place. This is not a path for those who wish to remain asleep. This is a path for those who are ready to awaken, ready to see themselves fully, ready to stop living in the shallow waters of comfort, and ready to dive into the depths of their soul to discover the purpose that can only be found on the other side of comfort. Your entire life, you have been told to choose between the parts of yourself, to keep what is acceptable and throw away what is unacceptable, to keep the light and reject the darkness, to keep what pleases others and silence what makes them uncomfortable. But in doing so, you have become divided, torn in half, living in fragments, disconnected from the wholeness that gives your existence meaning. You chase purpose as if it is something outside of you, hidden in the approval of others, in your work, in your achievements, in your relationships. But your true purpose is not something you find by becoming someone else. Your true purpose is discovered by becoming whole, and this can only happen through integration. Integration means to reclaim the parts of yourself you have rejected. It means to sit with the anger you fear will consume you, to feel the grief you have buried under your business, to acknowledge the envy you pretend you do not feel, to face the desires you have judged as wrong, to embrace the creativity you have dismissed as impractical. It means to look directly into your shadow and say, "You are a part of me. I will no longer abandon you." Because the parts of yourself you have rejected are not here to destroy you. They are here to teach you, to guide you, to give you the energy you need to live fully, to awaken your courage, to sharpen your clarity, to strengthen your boundaries, to ignite your passions. Your shadow holds the life force you need to live with purpose. The energy you waste suppressing your darkness is the energy you need to create, to build, to lead, to speak, to transform yourself and the world around you. When you reject your shadow, you live half alive, your potential locked away in the darkness you refuse to see. You find yourself repeating the same patterns, sabotaging your goals, feeling disconnected from your life, wondering why nothing truly satisfies you, why every success feels empty, why every relationship leaves you wanting more. This emptiness is the call of your unlived life, the call of the parts of yourself you have abandoned, the call of your purpose waiting for you to return. Integration does not mean you act on every impulse or desire that arises within you. It means you acknowledge them, you listen to them, you learn from them, and you channel their energy consciously rather than allowing them to control you unconsciously. Your anger, when integrated, becomes your courage to protect your boundaries and your values. Your envy, when integrated, becomes your clarity about what you truly desire and the motivation to pursue it. Your fear, when integrated, becomes your wisdom, alerting you to what needs your attention. Your grief, when integrated, becomes your compassion, connecting you deeply to yourself and others. Your ambition, when integrated, becomes your drive to create and to lead with integrity. When you integrate your shadow, you stop being at war with yourself. You stop living in fear of your own mind. You stop projecting your unclaimed darkness onto others, blaming them for the parts of yourself you refuse to acknowledge. You begin to see clearly, to choose consciously, to act from a place of wholeness rather than fragmentation. You begin to live with integrity, not the false integrity of appearing good while suppressing your truth, but the true integrity of aligning your actions with the totality of who you are. Purpose is not a job title, a role, or a single mission. Purpose is a state of being, a way of living in alignment with your true self, a way of bringing your unique essence into the world through your words, your actions, your creations, your presence. This is only possible when you are whole. And you can only become whole through integration. Integration is the bridge between your unconscious darkness and your conscious light, between who you have been and who you are becoming, between the life you are living and the life you are capable of living. You have been searching for your purpose in the world outside of you, hoping that one day it will arrive and rescue you from your confusion, your emptiness, your longing. But your purpose is not hiding in the future. It is not something you will find by becoming who others want you to be. It is not something you will discover by remaining comfortable, avoiding your darkness, suppressing your truth. Your purpose is waiting within you, in the places you fear to look, in the shadow you have spent your life running from. It calls to you through your frustrations, your unfulfilled desires, your hidden dreams, your quiet moments of discontent when the world feels dull and lifeless. It calls to you when you see someone living boldly, and something inside you whispers, "That could be me." It calls to you every time you feel the urge to speak your truth, but swallow your words. Every time you feel the pull toward something greater, but choose what is safe instead. The shadow is not here to haunt you. It is here to guide you back to yourself. It is here to give you the courage to stop living as a fragment and to step into wholeness. To confront it is to reclaim the energy and power you need to walk your unique path. To integrate it is to align your life with who you truly are, rather than who you think you must be to be accepted. This journey will demand your honesty, your courage, your willingness to endure discomfort, and your commitment to your own growth over the approval of others. But this is the only path that will lead you to the quiet, unshakable knowing that you are living the life you were meant to live. The world does not need more people living half-truths, hiding in comfort, and denying their potential. It needs individuals who are whole, conscious, and alive, willing to face themselves so they can live with depth, clarity, and purpose. Your darkness is not separate from your light. It is the doorway to it. When you stop fearing your shadow and begin to embrace it, you transform it into the raw material of your becoming. And it is in this becoming that you find your purpose. Not as a destination, but as a way of living each moment with integrity, courage, and truth. If you are ready to unlock your hidden purpose, begin by turning inward and asking yourself, what part of me have I been too afraid to face? Because in the answer to that question, your true path begins to unfold. If this awakened something in you, subscribe for more and comment, "I'm ready," below if you are prepared to walk this path of individuation.